We have two speakers today, and the role of our student is played by Toastmaster Sanchita instead of Toastmaster Meghna. Another thing, for online attendees, we will launch the Zoom polls for voting, and for offline, we will you will share the votes on the below mentioned WhatsApp number. It is provided here in the following format. So we are good to go. Now let us start with the guest introduction. If we have Pragati Kulkarni, is she a member?
Not married.
Okay. Can you please turn on your video and audio and introduce yourself to the clubs? I think she is not on her device. Vishal
Hello.
Shakya. Yeah, hello. Hi.
Hello. Hi. Yeah. Yes.
Hi.
Can you tell us how did you get to know about Toastmasters?
Yeah. Okay. Good morning to all. My name is Ragati, and currently I am a working professional, and I got to know from the from YouTube actually. So then I contacted the head of the club, and then they have added me in this group. Thank you.
Thanks, Pragati. You are at the right place. Please stay tuned till the end. We will need your valuable feedback. We have Vishal Shakya. Can you please turn on your audio and video and introduce yourself?
Hi Mansoor and everyone. Good morning. And actually, I got to know about Toastmaster from Mansoor itself. Actually, Mansoor and me are working in the same company, same departments, and we have joined at the same time also. And yeah, that's it. That's how I get into this.
Thank you, Vishal. Now we can call some guests from offline as well. Sir, please can you join us on the stage and introduce yourself?
So my name is Ankit Pandey, and I am from Prayagraj. Basically, I am doing BBA in Transportation Management, currently a second year student. So about how I got to know about those classes. So yesterday I was having my presentation in class. So I thought that I was not good at speaking. So one of my friends suggested me about Toastmasters. So today I am here. That's all about it.
Thank you. You are at the right. Thank you. Please stay tuned. Sir, can you please join us and introduce yourself?
Hello, so myself, Jayasna, being as a guest, and want to learn about this club from the Google itself. And I contacted Kathy, so I joined the club as a guest today, and second meeting and club member as well.
Do we have any more guests? Guest Santosh, can you please turn on your audio and video and please introduce yourself to the club?
Hi everyone, good morning. I'm audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. So I've been a member of Toastmasters, but in Pune club, Northeast. So I've been shifted to Gujarat Baroda for my job. I'm looking forward to join some Toastmasters. I have already paid for this Toastmaster club, but today I'm joining as a guest.
Okay. Thank you for joining us. We have I guess we have completed all. Akul Singh, can you please turn on your audio and video and introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, my name is Akul Singh and I am actually a fresher right now, and I will be joining Nasimonji to do my MBA this year. So I decided that after an MBA, everyone needs to have great communication skills to interact with people, and hence I decided to improve my skills. I will be joining this Toastmaster club. Actually, Arvind, who is a member of this club, invited me to this event, and hence I am over here.
Yes, thank you, Akul.
Okay. Now, before I think we have completed all the guests,
Yes.
so it's time for an ambivert to hand over the control to President of NMIMS Mumbai Toastmasters Club to take the meeting forward. And as she helps us to explain extroversion 101, please come forward and take the stage.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mansoor. First of all, I think I would like to say that I have a special connect with Baroda. I stayed there for 5 years actually. And so I have had great memories of my time there. I was a student of Navratna. And so there is a large part of my teenage life that I spent growing up there. So obviously when this opportunity came where there was a joint meeting with, I think, the Vadodara Toastmasters Club, you obviously could not say no. And on that note, we are, I didn't know what to talk about because obviously there are two very separate clubs, so we don't know where we would want. But obviously, I think the nature of people is something that you cannot ignore, right? And broadly, there are two kinds of people, one who are introverts and one who are extroverts. Ideally, most people joining Toastmasters, look forward to breaking that barrier of that introversion and going to extroversion. But there are some of us here who are already extroverts, right? And one such person happens to be me. I am the biggest extrovert possible. And so from one of the biggest extroverts, I'm going to tell you how to be an extrovert. So this is Extroversion 101. Unfortunately, you will be in a classroom and not a session as you thought. And I will be your teacher teaching you life lessons on how to be an extrovert. But before that, I do not like silence. So if you feel free to unmute yourself and talk, feel free to type on the chat. If you have anything to add during the course of the session, I think as a Toastmaster of the day, nothing would give me more pleasure than that, right? And on that note, I will tell you the key difference between an introvert and an extrovert for the benefit of those who might not know the terminology. So an introvert, or maybe, okay, so an extrovert is how energetic or how sociable or how friendly a person is. It is not to be confused with someone who is loud. Extroversion is someone who is not shy, who can always go on stage, who can always, meet with people easily. And introverts are people who take their time opening up to people, who are, maybe, scared of not scared, maybe take their time to open up, take their time to make friends. Those are classified as introverts. And I think the first thing in any scenario to break the barrier between being an introvert and to being an extrovert is the fact that you have to let go of your fear and have massive, massive, massive confidence. I think the day you let go of the fear and have the confidence to maybe go talk to anybody or maybe go on that stage, I think you've done half the job, 50%, you're already 50% of an extrovert. But obviously, with that purpose, we're here in Toastmasters. We're here to build on an extroversion level, and prepared speeches give you one such instance where you can build on that skill. It is the reason why it's a prepared speech is because you prepare from home. So you've written a script, you've prepared for it, and now you're going to present it on stage. And we have two very beautiful speeches today. To introduce the first speaker, he's from the other club, which is the Vadodara Toastmasters Club. And he will be giving his very politely request Toastmaster Nikhil to take the, and I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. I hope it's Nikhil, and to come up on stage and deliver your speech. But before Toastmaster Nikhil comes up on stage, and I think I've forgotten the order here, we will introduce the timer and the role players first of all. So Mansoor, do you introduce the G or do you start with the timer directly?
We introduce the tag team first, the team
Yeah,
of the, and they will introduce their roles, and then we will move to prepared speeches.
Okay.
Introduce the tag team.
Yes. So I'm really sorry, but in my over enthusiasm, I think I forgot the order of how sessions usually go about. But forgive me for that. And we will introduce the tag team and the timer first of all. Toastmaster Arvind, if you could please introduce you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ravanya. So good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. So as a timer, I will basically time the table topic sections and the formal speeches and also the evaluation. So basically, I will also alert each speaker of how their time is particularly going. So you using a particular timer cards. So I will just display how the timer cards will work. So at, if for table topics, the maximum time limit is 2 minutes. So for 1 minute, I will be raising the green card, and then 1.5 yellow card, and then 2 minutes, I will be raising the red card. So red is the basic alert that the speech or table topic should come to an end. And the same thing will follow for the speeches. I think all of these speeches is about 5 to 7 minutes. So at 5 minutes, I'll be showing the green card, 6 minutes yellow card, and 7 minutes the red card. So if I'm allowed to share.
We have one icebreaker and one prepared speech for 5 to 7 minutes and 4 to 6 minutes both.
Okay, so Nikhil is giving for 5 to 7 minutes, right?
Correct.
You got it.
Yes.
So, okay, if you can just allow the screen sharing, guys, I'll just display the.
You can check the timing cards as well by sharing the screen. If there, you can share.
Yeah, that's why I'm not able to share. The OS can enable screen.
I think the screen sharing is disabled.
Can we give him the co-host rights?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
So this is the card, green card, which I'll be displaying, and then followed by the yellow, and then finally red. So this is how it will go. So I think for the first speech at the 5th minute, I'll be displaying the green card, and then the yellow card will come in the 6th minute. 7th minute, I'll be displaying the red card. So please take on, be careful of your time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Arvind. And I would now like to introduce the timer. The counter for today would be from Vadodara Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Ankita. Nandita, if you can please come up on stage.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Yes.
Good morning, everyone. Clearly mentioned, being extrovert is having the ability to go on stage and speak. But what is it that's needed? Keep holding the attention of your audience. It is a smooth speech. A speech which does not obstacles of words like home, couch, you know, any kind of trash words. In that example, I will be proud by noticing the use of these extra words. All the best and have a nice meeting.
Thank you. Very concise introduction. Very well said. Now I would like to call upon the grammarian for today's session. I am not able to. Also, that's from the offline. So, grammarian could please step forward and introduce themselves. Toastmaster Pooja,
good morning. Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes. Okay. Good morning, Mumbaians Toastmasters and Barodians Toastmasters. Yes. Okay. Today I'm playing the role of grammarian. Yes, and it is my duty to keep a keen watch on the language usage. I will take the note of every words that are used by you and the thoughts or quotes or things, whatever you use in your speech. And as a grammarian, it is my duty to introduce the word of the day and the phrase of the day. The word of the day is endeavor, to try hard. We all endeavored here in Toastmasters to upgrade our skills. And the phrase of the day is to cling to. That is, meaning is to stick to. As long as you do not get a better job, You should cling to one you are holding now. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day and the phrase of the day. I will give the usage report when called upon during the meeting. Over to you, TMOD.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pooja. And I hope we all endeavor to use the word endeavor throughout the session today. And while we're done with the introduction to the tag team. Let's now move towards the prepared speeches. I know you're all excited. I love listening to speeches because obviously it inspires you. It obviously opens your perspective on so many different things. And on that note, before Toastmaster Nikhil comes on stage, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Nikhil's evaluator, Toastmaster Uddhav, if you could just lay down his objectives.
Thank you, Toastmaster Avanya. So I will be evaluating Toastmaster Nikhil's speech today. His pathway is motivational strategy, and he will be attempting his level 2 project 1 speech. And this, I'll just read out the objectives of his speech. The purpose of this project is for the member to learn about different communication styles and identify his primary style. The purpose of the speech is for the member to share the impact of his style on others. Very apt to this objective, Toastmaster Nikhil has given us the title, Communication Style. So I'm just going to let Toastmaster Nikhil take over from here. Toastmaster Nikhil, Communication Style, Toastmaster Nikhil.
Good morning, my fellow students and dear guests. So, how many of you agree with me that how to say something, it is more important than what exactly what to say. How many of you agree with that? Yeah. But how many of you would have been saying or keep talking and talking? You keep but the person who are talking, you cannot understand your whole point. It happens, right? So today, I think this is how we all can handle such situations by knowing and by learning different styles of the communication. So one more question again. Anybody, how many different communication styles are there? Yeah, 4 styles, right? One direct communication, initiative communication, supportive communication, and the adaptive communication. Each of the styles with example. But before that, again, one more question I would like to ask you. The moment we start our day in the morning to the end, we all have 2 different lives. Which is 2 different lives that we all are living. One is work life and another is at home. Exactly. It is the thing. One is personal life and another is the personal life. No, different designation. We have the moment in students. Here we go but we all have our unique communication style. It's the same thing. In our personal life also, we might have different roles. We have mother, father, brother. We all have unique communication style out of this 4, either 1 or 2. So let's start to understand what exactly all these different styles are there. So I will take one example from my professional life and you will take one example of my personal life. So over the 40 years of my working professionally, I have worked with so many different managers. And there are different communication style. So let's take a very simple example. For example, there is a software that I need to be used in my upcoming project, right? And why I need to use that software. So if I ask my manager who is having the direct communication style, so what he's supposed to tell me, said Nikhil, this is the software we previously used. We discussed with the client and they will agree. So you have to use it. It's very straightforward. There is no much explanation. It's a direct communication style. The same question, if I would ask my another manager, which is in the second communication style, if I ask the question, how do you start? Well, again, how man, how's the project going? We have decided to use this software. We already discussed it. So he himself initiated the problem. So this is the second step. But now, again, same question to my third manager, who is having the subordinate communication style. So what do you tell me? Because this is very easy software. It's fine. Usually, I have worked on that. Let me know if you want anything. Just let me call me Pinky. So you can see the sense of subordinates. They always click support. So this is the first style and the fourth communication style. So if they would ask the manager, what they would tell me? Because this is the software we previously used. So we have the license. So it was a significant amount of money. Another part, the of this software, there are so many features which we will be using in our next project. The good part of this software is it's open source. It can be compatible with any of the there are so many data, so many logics. Usually, this kind of the people they bring into the conversation. So this is the fourth step. So it's about the my slide. Now let me explain one example from my personal. So here I live with my wife and my son, who is 12 years old. So my son asked the question, Dad, what do I need to make spinach? Because he doesn't like the spinach. So every time, in case if you ask this question to this mom, she is having the direct communication style. What she would say? Come here, take this bowl and come to this is good for your health. That's it. But the same question, you ask to my mom, is good. What she would tell? She said, what I'm playing, take this spinach, this is a good for this is quite innocent. But the same question, if you ask my dad, this grandmother, Krishna, this spinach is very good for the health. If you don't, you come to me. Obviously, I am saying spinach is very good source of vitamins and minerals. Vitamin E that will help improve your immunity system. It has the folic acid, which enrich the fiber content of your food. Now you might have observed this kind of the style from follow. So it is very important to make our communication our just effective and efficient by knowing the communication style. Different communication styles. And I know this will really helpful. Whenever we know the communication style, we can start our discussion like with compatible with his style. So I hope learning this style which really helps to make our conversation more effective and more efficient because communication is the oxygen, for our relationship. It doesn't is for professional life or personal life. It's very important to know. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nikhil. I think you made everybody's lives so much more simpler by making it so concise and so clear. We were introduced to the worlds of communication styles, and I think while you are in your Toastmasters journey, it is very imperative that you keep finding your style, keep iterating your style, and obviously keep improving that the communication style you eventually end up choosing. And on that very positive note, I would also now like to call upon the second speech of the day, and I'll call upon the second evaluator, which is Toastmaster Yashvi, to introduce Toastmaster Parag's objectives, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vanya.
Yes.
Toastmaster Parag is going to deliver his icebreaker speech, and the purpose of the speech is for him to introduce himself to the club and understand and learn the basic structure of public speech. The topic of his speech is It's Never Too Late. I wish you all the best, Toastmaster Parag. Over to you, Toastmaster Vanya.
Yes, thank you. And I think icebreakers are a very special speech. So enjoy your time, Toastmaster Parag. Don't be nervous. And I hope you have a very, very great experience going on stage for the first time today. Toastmaster Parag, it's never too late. It's never too late, Toastmaster Parag.
Good morning to all. With my thoughts as a gift, I reflect on this Toastmasters, especially its structure and concepts. So I instantly became a knight. So now, before my presentation, I would like to ask you that in our life, sometimes we think at our certain stages that is it too late, right? And my answer is it's never too late. So, the clear speaker introduced about communication and importance of professional and personal life. So, in the life, before you this topic, right? Hello, my name is Parag Madhavi, and presently I'm working in perspective in Gujarat state, and small village with a population of 150. My father was a traditional school headmaster and all in one. And I studied my father from him. And yeah, I was fortunate and my father took decision to move to a small town, especially for my study. And at that town, small town, I completed my higher secondary to graduation, right? I took English as major subjects, so I could not got I didn't in my graduation, and then somehow I had to join police department due to my a personal problem and some family issue. And I chose the department, and I really, enjoyed 5 6 years past. Suddenly, I discovered my own patient that am I in the right profession? So I think it's too late, right? And then I realized that I started to make Introvert, right? To search for answers and answer comes in the form of master degree. I started my master degree from Open University, and I really remember that got first class and passed from that university in my center prepared for an exam. And then I was straight to branch due to my master degree, and I had exposure with international and national, cases and matters and work with IPS officer. And after that, I didn't stop. And I so my thinking, Professor, what is the connection between you and your English, right? Because you are a police officer. It's religion. You do not have nothing to do with this English study, right? But it's, I was love, right? And it's my passion, and I cannot, believe that it is not for that you can choose to be in your favorite or what we call unlike situation, and then thereafter I found lots of things happening in my department, and I got promotion as a police inspector with a special competition exam. I came first with my colleagues, all our in Gujarat state, right? So it's because my lots of police men are from inferior study, you might be aware. So thereafter, I faced lots of difficulties. I blame my department and situation. And I had the solution that I need to coach and take myself to certain level, right? So I work my skill instead of focusing on difficulties and blaming my situation, right? And I really find the way, right? And then I got in PhD, which is very tough nowadays to get for even a regular student. Right? So I selected PhD by institution, and my PhD is still going on, right? I have completed my first semester, and now I'm really happy and making endeavor to enter in the realm of academic. And I'm looking for platform because feel that atmosphere. So this Toastmaster is a I think it's very conducive and appropriate platform for me to express as well as manage myself. So I'm really it's never too late to join this Toastmaster. Right? I also really thank you very much. To give him a standing ovation.
I mean, it's hard to believe that that was your icebreaker speech. I think you are very, very, very well accustomed to the Toastmasters environment. I hope you have a very successful journey ahead, Toastmaster Prague. It was really inspiring. And I think I will also live by the motto that it's never too late. On that note, I think it's a very good note that we've wrapped up on the prepared speech section. And now we will move on to the next section, which is the unprepared section, where you're usually thrown off guard by giving topics and then you have to speak on it spontaneously. Now, as extroverts, right? And as people who love communicating with people, I think the key factor is that we keep we don't have topics to run out of the talk about, right? We keep talking and we keep creating conversations. And all of my introvert friends come up to me and they say, Anna, how is it that you always have something to talk about? And much like people think it's a skill that is built, genetically, I genuinely believe that practice will give you so much more exposure to being an extrovert than it is, something which you're naturally born with. And on that note, I would like to call upon the table topics master, Toastmaster Kalpesh, to take forward this session.
Just before that, can we hear the timers report and launch the poll for best prepared speaker?
Oh, I thought we do it at the end, but sure. I think, Arvind, if you can just tell the timings for the two speakers.
Yes, sure. So thank you, Toastmaster. So first, Nikhil was a wonderful speech. So he gave his timing for about 6 minutes and 38 seconds. So it is within the qualification time. So he has qualified for the rounds. And then Parag gave icebreaker speech. So he gave it for 5 minutes and 44 seconds. So he is also within the time, and he is also qualified for the rounds. And the best part is both are well aware of the time. So it's great that they finished this in the time. Thanks.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arvind. And now if you can please put the voting option, I think we can vote and then we'll proceed.
Yeah. People attending offline can send a WhatsApp message. Best prepared speaker.
Yes, I think we voted. Toastmaster Kalpesh, if you can just come up on stage and maybe introduce yourself. You might have to tilt the laptop a little. Yes. Over to you, Toastmaster Kalpesh.
Thank you for the day. So good morning, from Modulation, from Modulation, as well as from the Introvert, and all my esteemed guests. So table topic session is basically where for all the masters who are here, but for the benefit of the guest, I will just describe what exactly it is. The table topic session is open for all, is for members as well as for the guests. So I encourage guests to participate more in this session. It is all about the speaking. And the main purpose of the table topic session is to have a member think extemporaneous and on the given topic and deliver the speech on the spot. The timer has already described the timing limits for this table topic. I will just repeat it. Speaker need to speak at least 1 minute, minimum 1 minute, and maximum 2 minutes 30 seconds in order to qualify for the best table topic session. I will be selecting speaker randomly, or you can volunteer yourself by raising your hand. So in today's table topic session, I will be showing some pictures, and I want you to speak on that picture for at least 1 minute. So I think everybody is ready for the topic. So first, chance I will give for a member of who are physically present. So anybody can volunteer. Yeah, something. You know, so so can you see yes,
Thank you, Mr. Topic Master, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guests. The picture is of a life, and it is done in a very special manner. And it is most appropriate picture because on April 2022, we had the World Environment Day. So most of our purposes, we are celebrating the World Environment Day, which is around sustenance and saving the environment, increasing the green cover. We all know the count of these predators like lion, tiger, hyena are reducing. Yesterday we had the World Hyena Day also. And we all need to come together and help them. What does it mean? We all know we are approaching the forest for different reasons, and that's also causing a shortage of food for them. And that's why in order to get their food, they are going into human areas and attacking the humans. So which is against their nature. There is a book, Man Who Came of the Mountains by Jim Corbett. He has described about 10 tigers which had become man-eaters. And after the killing of each tiger, they have done kind of a post-mortem on all of them, and they have found there were certain reasons because of which that tiger was not left capable enough to hunt. So there was in one case a tiger developed fighting and was not capable to run. In another case, the tiger had porcupine needles spawns in his bones, which had become septic, and so he was not able to run. So these the animals had become incapable of hunting. In the world, predators also eating human flesh is a degradation. They don't want to attack humans, but due to shortage of food, shortage of resources, they come and attack us. So as the picture said, we need to increase the green cover, we need to reduce our carbon footprint, and we need to increase the greenery so that we can have less attack and all of us in the ecosystem can live properly.
So now I will give chance to the member from the online session. So anybody can volunteer. Not then I wanted to so I request Pradeep Mane. Pradeep Mane, can you please unmute yourself?
Hello. Yes.
For the second picture.
Actually, I am unable to see.
No, he is going to share. Just a minute. Can you see the picture, Pradeep?
Yes, yes.
Is it okay? Now we can stop and you can start speaking on this particular picture. Over to you, Pradeep.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kalpesh, for the opportunity. Actually, what we can learn from this picture, which just now we all saw, the most important thing that we have to understand is we should not kill the kid within ourselves. We have to keep the kid which is lying in ourselves always alive, because the kids, the most important thing that we can learn from the kids is the curiosity. They are living in the moment. They are not thinking about the past. They are not thinking about the future. They just enjoy their time where they are right that point. They are focusing on the things that only, on those things only. And because of that things only, our life becomes easy. So what is most important is focus on the things which are going right now and give our best to that event, to that incidences. By that only we can live our life to the fullest. Otherwise, we will kill our time which we are spending right now also, and we will kill our time which we are going to spend in future also. So that is what I can understand from that picture. Thank you. It's over to you.
Very well said, Pradeep. Now we can have a guest from our physical being. Is the doctor name? Ankit. Ankit, can you please come over here? So can we have next picture? Can you see? So what I can. Thank you, my fellow friends, for giving me this opportunity to explain this photograph. So what we can see here, an animal has also learned from like how to protect himself from the rain or anything. But as a human being, we don't care about other people. Like we have seen a lot of people sleeping on the footpath and all, and they don't have shelter or anything, and they don't have any option other than sleeping on the footpath. So we should learn from these animals how they collaborate with nature, how how to learn from
So now our guest from the online system. So anybody can volunteer. So I can see where guest Mona. Guest Mona, you can unmute yourself and start the video. Yes. Can you please start your video as well? If you can see you.
Okay.
Yes. On the screen, you can see pictures. You need to see that pictures for 10 seconds and then need to speak for a minute. Okay. So, you might have the next picture.
Yes.
Mona, you can start speaking. Thank you.
Hello, am I audible first of all?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, fortunately, I can see mom, dad, and child. And for me, child is trying to fly or trying to catch his dream, his or her dream, and the parents are cutting the wings of the child. Child is like an angel and is trying to fly from the nest, and parents are holding back. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, that's what I can get from the picture. That we parents always not let the hello. Yeah, we parents always let the child or not our child to go fly and do whatever they want to do. We try to pull them back. It's our parental instincts, but sometimes we need to give our child a freedom to fly and make their own choices and get their own experience. I think that is enough to understand.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Now I request Manish from online. Manish, can you please unmute yourself and start your video?
Hello. Hello. My voice is audible?
You are audible clearly and visible as well. So
Okay.
on the next moment, you will see the picture on the screen, and now you need to speak on that. I think you can stop and now you can start.
Okay, from the picture, it's a message. Action speaks louder than the words. And it is quite, we can relate from this. A lot of time, everyone are eager to give reply to everyone. Means we often confront with people and a lot of people in our surrounding where we found that it's important to give them the certain kind of answers in the form of words. But many times it is good to remain silent and keep working with a clear focus and with a clear goals of your life. So with that, when the result of our actions come, at that time we are able to give the better answers to the pupil, and it's a kind of lifetime answers through which the answer people can learn also. Like, and there are a lot of examples from our surrounding as well as from our leaders where they have faced a lot of criticisms for their work and for various other things, but they keep on working on themselves, they keep progressing, and they keep developing themselves, and through that, when the result came of their effort, it's a clear answer to the all those efforts and all those criticisms in a certain way. So that was the message from that picture that I got, and it's a very amazing, it's a very good message.
Toastmaster Kalpesh, you're on mute.
Yeah, sorry for that. Now I request Toastmaster Teja from typical meeting to come over stage. Master, we have a next picture. Yes, yes, yeah, we can stop there and we can start. Yes. So what can I understand from this picture is for people nowadays we can see that the people are behind money and people are behind the things that gives them pleasure, that gives them luxury life. But they don't understand that while doing such things, while making earning money more, they lose the control on themselves, and one day they will end their life. So they will not understand the importance of enjoying the real life in the sense that they should, because these pleasures and the money will not give you the happiness that love will give you. So we have to also take a time to love our family and friends and to take on a two words like that with them. Also have to take care of your love. That's what I can say. Thank you. Thank you so much for pleasure. So may I request now anyone from NMTC group can volunteer. So Avanya, you can guide me to whom I can ask from NMTC group.
Ask anyone, Kalpesh. But if anyone wants to volunteer, Arvind, do you want to give a table topic? I'll time you then.
Okay. So
Yes, sure.
Sure. I think I'll time Arvind, then we can just give Arvind the table topic so that he gets a chance to speak on stage.
So you are asking for Arvind, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So may I request Arvind to come on the virtual stage and Zoom master for the next picture?
Sure.
Just yeah. You can see Arvind picture and
yeah.
Okay, we can stop there and you can start the stage is over.
Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmasters. So one basic thing which I can understand from this particular image that children always look up to their parents for everything. So it's the parents who need to water their particular child's brains and make them grow higher up. So there are a lot of biases and lot of prejudices happening in this world. Like there are various cultures and people come from various backgrounds. So over the past generation, if you see, there has been a lot of wars. There has been a lot of hatred towards everything. So I think it's the next generation, for them to start showing love. It's their parents' thought process and their parents' ability to make their child to go to the next level. So if we talk about progress, we should always move continuously to the further levels. So we should not be sticking on to the things which have happened in the past. So that's something which definitely the parents can take, the previous generation can actually take factor for the future generations. So it is important for the next generation to not just cling to what has been said in the past. So focus, but it's also important to remember that history is important. Yes, the parents or the next generations should tell their child about the history of how about the nations or whatever it is. But when we talk about the further sustainable future, we have to make sure that the child grows on in each and every day. So this will only be happen when the child explores on its own, like what are the various possibilities available in the world. And then the child itself decides the future. So it's important to water their creativities and the child's creativities and abilities to identify the skills early on in their career, and then so as to grow up like in that, like the trees. When we talk about like watering the trees, like plants, it's also important about the branches. So branches and the roots are the basic support system. So when the child grows, it is also important for the parents to take hold of proper networking in the terms of branches and roots in order to keep their base fixed. So that's all I get from this, and hope there is more love towards the entire world from next generation. Thanks.
Thank you, Arvind. Now I request guest our student Jay, please come on the stage. The next moment, our student will go ahead. You can see or you can have a so the picture, what I understand from the picture is, if let's say couple has ways of they are each other and they are not talking to each other. So what happens if they have a child? There is an impact on him. Whatever you are doing as a family is going to have on child. If you are supporting each other, the child is going to be supporting you entire community. But if you are fighting each other, so ultimately the same thing and so like you and in the future. So support yourself and don't just talk with each other for a day or 2 days. Just sort of fix and leave it with them. So that's what I understand. So, Akul Singh, can you please unmute yourself and start your video?
Hi everyone.
Hi.
So from this picture, you can see that.
I think Akul, you have to wait. I think it's the next one.
Oh, okay, okay. So from this picture, we can see that 5 of the most important thing every person needs to progress in their lives, which is a direction. They need provocation so that they have the drive to achieve what they want to. They also need wishes, best wishes from people they like as it was written on the thumb, good luck. So everyone needs best wishes and support from people they like. Otherwise, it's very difficult to pursue their goals. And also, even if you have a direction, but no one is there to support you, even though it's you can see in movies that yes, there is this loner guy with a lot of drive, but nobody to support them. They still achieve whatever they want, but it's not true in real life. In real life, along with drive and provocation, you also need some support. Not only, it's not that only criticism, be it only constructive criticism. It's not enough to help you achieve whatever you want. So you also need support from people, and that is what will ultimately help you achieve what you want. So thank you.
So now I request Toastmaster of the day, Avanya, to unmute and start your video and get ready for the tabletop. No, Avanya, I am saying about tabletop.
Yes.
So next edition. Next edition. Yes.
I'll begin.
You can start. What do you?
I think it is a very, very pertinent topic that was given to us. Most of us believe that the more number of hours that we put into the work that we do will guarantee us success. But what we forget in the process is that more than the quantity, the quality of what we work for matters. So it does not matter if you sit for 10 hours or 12 hours. If you're not being productive in those 12 hours, it means it all goes to a waste. So you'd rather spend that time and give in your input only for 4 hours, but get everything that you desire, right? I think especially we are doing so we're students right now, and we're doing a very extensive curriculum where there is so much to do and so less time. And so at that point of time, you cannot exert yourself by constantly putting in the hours. You need to work smart, you need to work intelligently and delegate the tasks, do what is a priority. And once you're able to do that, and once you're able to find that rhythm, you will realize that you're much more productive than what you were, beforehand. And maybe time management skills and people management skills, all come together in helping you reach that goal. So do not work hard, work smart in this generation, in the COVID generation. And I think in a post-COVID trend, it is very, very imperative that you know how to work, where to work, who to work, and how much to work. I think that will be the future of how productive we are. And on that note, I will hand back the stage to the table topics master, Toastmaster Kalpesh.
Thank you. Yeah. Timer, do we have time for one more topic, or time is over?
Yeah, I mean, if somebody wants to volunteer, we can do one more, or else we can carry forward. So we can have one more. I think we should be able to.
Volunteer.
Okay, I think is Uddhav here? I think Uddhav can give one table topic. Uddhav, are you there?
Yeah, I can take one.
Yeah, so you can give one topic.
Uddhav, okay. So Arjuna, teacher. Yeah. Okay. Over to you, Uddhav.
There are so many ways in which a person can define leadership. There are so many flavors to it. There is no one single way to be a good leader. I think what everything that comprises leadership can be boiled down to basically very fundamental things that a person should possess. Things like self-awareness. How much do you understand yourself? How deep are your perceptions of the experience that you've had? Another thing that is so important is empathy. And can't understate this, but so much innovation, so many new things, new discoveries are basically a form of understanding where empathy lies and reacting to it. But after possessing so many other things of being a leader, having so many good qualities, what it boils down to is that there are so many difficult tasks in the world that require people with you. There is an element of having team playing skills that really brings an incredible drive to your purpose, and to have and to have a team, a small team, a big team. It is important to understand that um, it that uh, what really matters is leading by example, not by telling other people what to do, but empowering people, um, giving them the liberty to give them to so that they can bounce their ideas off you. And that's what this picture means to me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Igor. This is the end of the table topic session. And now I request timer to help us to know who is qualified or who is not qualified.
Yes, sure, Toastmaster. So I think more or less, I think almost all are qualified. So except for I think Ankit, who has actually like spoken for only like 55 seconds. So I think other than Ankit, I think all of them have who spoke are qualified. So only my only suggestion would be to like Yash and Akul to be wary of their time, because they almost like finished in the 1 minute gap. So if they can, everyone else have been have done stay within the limits. So that's all from my side.
Yeah, except Ankit, all are qualified, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Thank you, thank you. So we will launch the poll after some time. Meanwhile, all the physically present guests can WhatsApp me on your WhatsApp on this number. And now I hand over the stage to General Emulator of the Day, Toastmaster Gitanjali. Start.
Enables us to reach our goals. Allowing this endeavor to get complete success, we must cling to our goals. Sociological we have done a wonderful job and we have presented and conducted this segment, tabletop segment very well. Thank you, Toastmaster Kalpesh. Very good evening to each one of you. I am Gitanjali. Welcome you all in my segment. It is the most sensational part of the beat because it is evaluation segment. Here, our evaluators, by giving positive feedbacks to their people, they try to upgrade and enhance the level of their communication skills. Now, it is the time to enjoy the feedback of our evaluators. Now, I'm presenting the first evaluator, TM Uthar from NNIMS to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Day. Dear listener, please welcome him with a loud of applause. TM Uthar, be on the virtual stage. The stage is yours. TM.
Thank you, General Evaluator. I will be evaluating Toastmaster Nikhil's speech. He attempted his level 2 project 1 speech, which is based on communication style. As I mentioned earlier, very aptly, he titled his speech as Communication Styles. So First of all, I would like to congratulate him on very successfully completing this project. And I'm really, really happy to hear your speech. It was that even though there was some audio issue when you were speaking, there were bits and pieces of gold that we just picked up from here and there, and we have we have tried to understand what you were trying to convey, and this evaluation is solely based on that. So the focus on your speech started from how many communication styles are there, and then it moved on to you sharing your personal experiences of how you realize them, and then it moved on to the importance of communication style. I think structure wise, this was very well done. If you think about it, usually people start off with how important the communication styles are, and then they move on to what the types, and then they move on to how they got introduced to them, what the personal experiences that led to them realizing them. And structure wise, this was very fresh for me personally, and so I congratulate you for that. Good job on that. I believe um, talking about the major chunk of your speech, that was talking about the personal experiences that helped you realize about these communication styles. And personally, I love this part. And the reason why I love this part is because it adds a certain flavor of yours to the speech. It makes a speech unique. A lot of times, when the topic is based on communication styles, people tend to explain it in a very textbookish manner, going from the importance and categories and whatnot. But when a speaker shares personal experiences, even in a joint meeting where probably you didn't know half of the people that came, that joined this meeting, it was definitely very commendable. So good job on that. Congratulations. Moving on to the other aspects of your speech, apart from the content, um, when you were standing in front of the screen, maybe you were too far away from the screen that we weren't able to hear you properly. In such cases, I would definitely recommend doing a very quick audio check and video check from next time. Um, Apart from that, when you were standing, we could see more than half of your body. And so whenever you're trying to convey something, you were moving to and fro. That was very visible. So that is something that could be worked upon. That I understand, to stand still and to use gestures and to express whatever you're feeling is kind of difficult at first, but with practice, I suggest that this would ease things for you in the long run. So moving to and fro is um, is definitely something that should be avoided. Also, when you were delivering your speech, because it's in hybrid mode, I understand that this difficulty was there, that you were looking here and there a lot, right? So oftentimes when we are addressing a crowd that is in front of us, we remember a certain way of looking at the crowd. Let's say I make eye contact with the crowd in a clockwise manner. So I go from left to right. Oftentimes when you were delivering your speech and you were using your hand gestures, you were looking here and there again in a very random fashion, which sort of confuses the audience because eye contact is very important, especially in offline sessions. And so to improve that eye contact aspect, you could probably work on what is the periodic motion that you're going to employ when you are delivering your speeches. when you to make the eye contact proper with the audience present. So those are some things that you could work on. Another thing that you could probably work on is voice modulation. I understand that there was an audio issue, so probably I must have not comprehended it well. But when you were speaking, it occurred to us that it was sort of in a monotone. Although you had a loud voice because you were addressing an offline audience too, but probably some voice modulation could have helped in adding some more expression into your speech. So those are something that you could work on. Overall, I would like to congratulate on you on your speech. I think the content was fantastic. I think there are some aspects that you could work on in the delivery. I think a quick audio and video check would do you very well from next time on. So congratulations. I look forward to hearing more from you, and wonderful job done. Good day.
Excellent job. And I request NMTC to keep these points in your mind for the following. So I request here, please be perfect in showing your talent. It's my request to here. Now, this is my second evaluator, Master from NMIMS Club to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Parag. Toastmaster Rashmi be on the virtual stage audience. Warm Toastmaster Yashmi, please be on the stage.
Thank you, Toastmaster Geetanjali. I hope I am audible.
Yes, you are.
Am I audible? Can someone confirm? Am I? Thank you. Thank you so much. So someone has said that you speak well when you deliver the message from your heart. And for me, Toastmaster Parag, you have spoken awesomely. Now, I would say that you have already golded there. Now, I would like to congratulate you for your icebreaker speech. And everyone in the Toastmaster says that you've already set on to, by giving icebreaker speech, you've already set on to your journey to become a phenomenal speaker. And I wish that you become that in future if you be consistent here. Now, I would like to talk about how you use your personal story. So again, in Toastmaster, we say that you introduce yourself with your personal story. This is an apt way to introduce, because when you use your personal story, you're basically giving out how you are and in the way you want it to be. So I like that. And besides that, it's like in itself very special, your icebreaker, because in the very first speech, you feel jittery, you feel nervous, and in a different way. You might be feeling that in your other speeches as well, but then this speech is little special, I would say. And once you give the speech, you feel so relieved that you spoke well. You are finally you are done with the speech. So for me, it was a nice speech. Also, when you give a speech in offline mode, you feel nervous. You are mostly trembling, especially when it's your first time. And I could not see any sign of that. Like, you were using your hand just so well. So there was this point where you said level up, and you use your hand like this. And I thought that I wouldn't have done that if I would have, like, I am very sure that in my icebreaker I did not do that. So I feel that was awesome, that you were comfortable on stage, and you were using hand gestures properly. Now, since this was your first speech, I would like to give just one recommendation, and that is that you use this eye. So we say we use our eyes, or basically give out our eye contact like in a brush mode. So you look at the audience like this and this. You were exactly doing that, but somewhere I felt that it was just too quick. And that showed that you're not actually paying attention to your audience, and you're just trying to do the eye contact. So I would just recommend you, if you could work on that in future. Also, just one point, it's not very necessary, but if you use the quote in the very beginning of your speech, it gives out, basically you feel a connection with your audience in the very first beginning of the speech if you use the quote. So if in case you can in the next speech, I would like you to add that. And otherwise, I feel that your speech was nice. And with future speeches, I'm very sure you're going to do well. You're going to improve yourself. With this, I hand over the stage to Toastmaster Geetanjali. Thank you so much.
These Toastmaster Parag to improve his speaking skills. Now,
Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmasters. So first, the evaluator one of Udav actually presented for 6 minutes 38 seconds. So actually, it was a slight technical fault from my end. My mouse was actually not working. So apart from that, Yashvi actually did it on time. Like she took 3 minutes and 2 seconds. So that's fine. And yeah, so I would just request that's all for me.
only this, yes. There is no need for voting. Now, let's enjoy the report of our accountant actually. Thus, I am inviting the Postmaster Sanchita to present her art. Thank you, Chief. We had a very nice meeting. Although there were some exchanges of art, the Postmaster of the day used 20 hours and 5 rights. Postmaster used 22 hours and 4 hands. Postmaster Nikhil, you used 6 times you go and 7 times so. Postmaster Yashvi had 5 hands and 5 mouths. Toastmaster Parag, you used 3 times you know and 5 times ask. Toastmaster Kalkesh, you had 2 R's, and Toastmaster Gitanjali, you had 3 nows. I myself have used 2 R's in my table topics, and Toastmaster Pradeep used 1 actually. Overall, in table topics, the rest of the people did not have many clutch words used in their speeches, so it was a nice meeting. Thank you. Here, the report of my on what they say, be on the
Thank you, G. Actually, I was not able to comprehend with the physical audience, but the whatever I noticed was that TM Gitanjali used the word of the day and the phrase of the day. Then there is one suggestion for Avanya. When you said that till you are in Toastmasters, learn to be extrovert. Yes, but there you might have used phrase of the day. As till you are in Toastmaster, you can cling to your goals. Manish, you used the word people, but it was not pronounced correctly. The correct pronunciation is people, not pupil. Then the list of quotes and thoughts that were beautifully used by speaker, I only noted one from Avanya. That is, she used the intro of cards. That is for the word impromptu speech. Yes, I like that very much, flow of cards. Over to you, G.
For your wonderful report. After this wonderful report given by our founder and now it's my turn to present the wholesome report of today's meeting. First of all, my heartfelt thanks to our Toastmaster Mansoor for presenting such wonderful choice. It's taking too much effort to make our club popular, not only in Baroda, outside. Thank you so much. Thanks to TM Kalpesh, TM Mansoor, and TM Davis for doing the arrangement for the hybrid meeting. It's not a child game to arrange such meeting. It needs too much effort because after doing so much, after taking so much effort, also there are here and there were some technical glitches were there. But then also we have overcome all those technical glitches and started our meeting and successfully reached at the end of as follows to these members. Today, Toastmasters of NMIS played the role of sergeant at arms. But I am sorry to say, because of the technical glitch, I could not hear her properly. Not only me, other members will also accept my views. After the completion of her role, she very nicely handed the charge of the meeting to our presiding officer. Today again, Toastmaster Mansoor played the role of presiding officer and played very delicately and honestly. He played his role and he introduces all the guests. Our forward Toastmaster of the day, Avanya from NMIS. She did great job. Her theme, extroversion, was quite unique for us, and since she chosen that subject and also narrated about her theme very nicely, except there were some sound problem due to technical glitches. Otherwise, she was very good. I liked her way, the way she presented her theme. Well done, Toastmaster Abhagya. Catchy. Timer TM Arvind, our counter TM Sanchita, and the mapping TM. Everyone, they have done their role very honestly, except for the timer. In few places, he was failed to show his card. Firstly, during the first speaker's time, and second, when the first evaluator was presenting his narration. Otherwise, he has done his work. Our counter and grammarian. I think they are very nicely. They have presented their report. These two speaks. The first time they are giving. TM Nikhil. He has left the club, again rejoined, and this time he's presenting his first. But I would say that it was excellent speech, but body language, content, everything was. And what to say about Parangi? He was really excellent way he has presented himself. Actually, we feel proud. Our medium feels proud that till now we have many types of members. Engineers were there, doctors are there, teachers are there. One from the uniform sector. He is the first person who joined this club from the police department. Maybe in his duty he may be very strict, but during the time when he is presenting his speech, we can see his passion. So, kudos to you, Toastmaster Parag. And for this, I think Prati should be given credit. So, well done, Toastmaster Prati. Toastmaster Mansoor. distributed agenda, online and offline, exactly in time. So well done, Toastmaster Mansoor, Toastmaster Adi. Thanks for making such wonderful poster for the team. Everything, sorry, TT, Toastmaster page. You have done an excellent job. The way you have presented your topics was really appreciated. I like the way you did your things. And all those who take part in this session, in table topic session, they have given their best. So those who, to say that meeting was excellent. Everyone has done their role very nicely. They took keen interest in it. But the meeting was good. But there are some suggestions from my side. I would like to request all the members of our VTM club, please come out from your comfort zone and attend the meeting. When we attend offline meeting, we have face-to-face. We meet other members directly, and we can convey our best wishes, goodwill to them. So it's very important. Please try to attend meeting in offline. Those who are in Baroda and not onward and in vacation. Dear Parag, as you have given first speech, I would like to request if any mentor is assigned to you, before giving your speech, you take the help of your mentor. Then he will suggest you how to draft your speech in a particular way. Because in Toastmasters Club, we give all the speeches according to the objectives given in the exam. Other great speaker. But if you take the help of your mentor, indeed you will be super, you will be yourself as. Otherwise, I would like to say that it was a fantastic meeting and all the credit goes to our BB, Kim Kalpesh, and Kim. With us, I would like to hand over the stage to our Toastmaster of the day, PM Avanti. Toastmaster Avanti, please be on the board.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator Toastmaster Gitanjali. I think it was such a privilege listening to you, and I loved the report. I think it was very, very concise. But on the whole, I think to wrap up today's session, I was supposed to give you tips on how to be an extrovert, but I somehow feel that I think looking at the energy of both the Vadodara Toastmasters Club and the Narsimunji Toastmasters Club, I think we're pretty much all extroverts, aren't we? I think we have nailed the game. We know the things. I think we've learned the art of it. But in case you are still hesitant, I think Toastmaster gives you an amazing platform. I think you're supposed to utilize it and keep coming back to the stage. I think the biggest strength this community or this club can do to you is reinstill your confidence. I think if you are just starting out, do not take yourself so seriously, make mistakes, learn from others, get inspired. I think being in this community and thriving in this community, you will obviously inherently be an extrovert. I had an absolute pleasure being a part. I think me and my club to be a part of this meeting today, and I hope that sometime in the future, if you all are in Mumbai or if you all continue in this hybrid mode, we continue to meet. Do attend our meetings. We would love to host you. And a happy Sunday, everybody, and a great weekend. And on that note, I will hand back the stage to Toastmaster Mansoor for the result announcement. And yep, Toastmaster Mansoor.
Thank you, Toastmaster Avanya, for wonderful session. Are there any polls left? So online polls have been done for evaluation session as well as best role player and best supporting role player. I would request offline members to please do all three votings in the respective formats. By the time our Zoom master prepares the certificate and counts the votes, we can start with the guest feedback.
Sure. And not just like guest, if anybody has anything to say from either sides, I think I would be happy to hear that. So if anybody could just unmute and we could just have a chat while the certificates are happening. It's now very informal, guys. You can all.
Actually, it is a first meeting, joint meeting. So anyone from the members from both the clubs can share their experience or views.
Yes.
Toastmaster Sanchita, would you express?
Thank you, everyone. We generally get used to speaking amongst our members. So when we have these kind of joint members meetings, we get to see new audience. And then we get to learn about their different styles, especially when people come with their own speeches, we learn about their personal experiences. So it's an overall very experience for all of us. We get to know about the different clubs, their culture, their speakers, and we can also reach out to them when we want. So it's obviously a very good experience, and I would like to have this kind of experiences more.
Absolutely. And I usually enjoy joint meetings. I think I've been a Toastmaster for 5 years. And every time there is a joint meeting, I think I'm the most excited because you get to meet so many new people and make so many new contacts. I'm great. You had fun. If somebody from our end could go forward, anyone between Uttav and Arvind, if you could just drop in and say something, that'd be great.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Anya. So first of all, I think for me, this joint meeting was more of a learning experience for me because there are certain things which I learned only during the meeting, so which I can continue going forward. So it's been fantastic things. So only thing is slight technical issues like delayed certain things. Other than that, I think overall it was a phenomenal experience for both of us. I think this kind of joint meetings can happen at regular intervals if possible, so that each can learn something different from the other members. So that would be great. Thanks.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arvind. Actually, this is our third hybrid meeting. We are also learning on the learning stage right now. So as and when we move forward, we will improve. I got many feedbacks about the audio. I think now it's proper.
Yeah.
Yes, I think we also hold our meetings online, so we understand the pain of all of it. But I think I'm glad we obviously strive through that, and I think it's a work in progress anyway. So that's fine. So, yes, Uttav, you had something to say?
Yeah, no, I just wanted to commend them that their club has been brave enough to try this new format. It's a third hybrid meeting for you guys also, and I'm sure that the first 2 meetings would have had even more technical issues, but you still went ahead with the third meeting. So a good job on that, and I'm really happy connecting with you guys. Avanya and Arvind, if you don't know, Mansoor is going to join us soon at NMIMS, and yeah, so that's how we got connected, and we thought of having joined.
So I think Mansoor's keeping it as a part of a huge surprise. We were never going to find out until Uddhav told us, but I think Mumbai is looking forward to you, Mansoor. We'll be very happy to host you here.
Yeah, I'm also looking forward to meeting you guys soon. And have anyone from guest?
Yeah, Mansoor, can I? It's Rupali.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Good morning. Good morning, all. It was amazing meeting. Actually, last tenure, I was the part of the EXCOM member, but we could not done it. Whatever that Mansoor had done, this meeting, joint meeting, it's a wonderful meeting, and I can say for that Mansoor actually, it's a one-man army. He's in handling many things and at a time, and for the meeting, joint meeting, I can say I really enjoy, but unfortunately I could not be there because Sunday is working, and Mansoor know that, everyone members, VTM members know that. But it's really fortunate, that's why I joined, and I'm fortunate to listen all the great speakers, and I got many tips also, that about the evaluation and the speeches also, but only for the just a recommendation for the audio, because once we are just in a hybrid meeting, we are just facing issues for the audio. So looking for the best more other speeches or other joint meeting. Thank you, and over to you, Mansoor.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rupali. We will surely work on the audios. I would like to invite guest Ankit to share his feedback. Please let us know about your experience.
My experience with Toastmasters was good. So this is my first day. So day before yesterday, I was new to Toastmasters. So today I visited here and found like here there is a lot of things to learn from here. And here, so my experience was good and I'm looking forward to join.
Also, I would like to call Toastmaster Parag. It is his first meeting after becoming a member. So would like to listen to your experience.
This is my second meeting as a Toastmaster, right? First I came here as a guest. Now I'm happy to be a member because I have taken decision instantly. Because for me, I'm a person. Also, there are lots of other persons who are also working in some companies and in some places, right, where they don't have opportunity to open up in such a structured way. So I like the concept, really. I love it. Right? So I'm looking forward to becoming a mentor like school and Suchita. Thank you for that.
Anyone from online? Do we have any guests?
I think the rest are members, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you were saying something?
No, I think the rest of them are members. So if you're ready with the ballot, I think we proceed with that.
The certificate. Yeah, 1 second. We have one more guest in the offline.
Yeah,
meeting.
sure.
We would love to hear from him as well.
And as I said, it's a structure for that individual everyone know how to present topics in certain way. And that's what I'm learning since some days, and that's what I'm going to learn in future.
Now it's time for the results we are waiting for. So Zoom Master, can you please launch the certificate? Yeah. Thank you all the role players for playing all the roles so diligently. Now it's time for results. First, the best supporting role player of the day goes to PM Sanchita. Congratulations. Next, we go to best role player of the day. It goes to Toastmaster Avanya. Can we spotlight her and take a snap? Yeah, please take a snap.
Thank you.
Just a second, I will take it. Test. Okay, done. Yeah, thank you. Now, next certificate is for best table topic. Yeah, best table topic of the day was Toastmaster Sanchita again. Next, we move to best evaluator of the day. That is Toastmaster Yashvi. Can we please spotlight her?
Yeah, I think Yashvi had a commitment, so I think she might have left the meeting early. I will convey it to her and obviously pass on the congratulations.
Okay. So we move forward. The best prepared speaker of the day goes to Toastmaster Parag. With this, the presentation, award presentation is over. I would like to thank all the members and special thanks to President of NMIMS Mumbai Toastmasters and VPE of NMIMS Mumbai Toastmasters for planning out a meeting with us. And also all the best for your upcoming 200 milestone. And thank you.
Yeah, we will be sending you all invites so to attend our 200th, I think. We will be looking forward to hosting that. But Vadodara Toastmasters Club, it's been great. You can reach out to us. I think I'll drop in my number and Utthav's number and Arvind's number. So if you want, do reach out to us. Let's connect. If on LinkedIn, we can reach out on LinkedIn also. So I think we can all do that, and then looking forward to hearing more from you. Thank you, everybody.
It was a well-conducted meeting. I declare the meeting adjourned.